you talked about Japan, and one of the things that I'm amazed at is for more than 20 years now, they've proven that Keynesian economics doesn't work. They've tried to print their way to prosperity. They've had government policies that kept these zombie banks alive. They didn't let deflation happen and the debt clear.
They didn't let the reset happen. Exactly.
Right, and so here they are fighting it now. Since 1989, they've been fighting this thing and keeping their economy in this really stagnant, low level. We recently went to Australia, China, and then Japan. And it was really interesting. Flying to Australia, you land in the year 2000, and you don't realize this until you fly to China and you land like in Shanghai or Beijing, and you land in 2014 or 2015. You land in today, basically, 2016 if people are watching this next year. And then you fly to Japan and you land in the late 80s. Yeah. All of the buildings, the roads, everything is just stuck in time, just like the United States is stuck in time when the NASDAQ bubble popped. And people don't realize it until they see a comparison like Shanghai. It's very interesting that all these government policies that won't let the deflation happen and won't let the debt clear, we just get frozen in time and we keep on fighting it, and our prosperity would actually be much higher had they let the free market work.
We would have been over this crisis. We'd have been over the deflation by now if they'd have let it happen. And they could have done it in a civilized way. Governments could actually help restructure debt, help facilitate the restructuring rather than have a collapse, force it in a violent way. That's what happened in the 30s. Everything just fell apart. So we had a natural reset. You could actually do it more constructively. They don't. And what I say about Japan, I call it the Coma economy. They did not have a crisis like the Great Depression. Banks didn't fail because the governments didn't let it. But the price they paid for that, they're in a coma economy forever. Mm-hmm. They're barely alive. The reset would have reinvigorated them. I call this deflationary period the winter season. And what Japan has proven now, this winter season rarely lasts more than 10 to 15 years. And the worst deflation rarely lasts more than a couple of years. But because they didn't allow this reset, if you don't go through winter, you don't get to spring. Japan's new generation should have already brought them into spring. They're ahead of us in this whole baby boom curve, boom and bust curve. So that's the price. They're paying a huge price. They don't realize, they say, well, we never had a crisis. Well, the price is you never grow again, ever.